Hello, we're back after a long awaited break. I'm back into analyzing these fonts, and I've brought Cornbread this time with me. Say hi.
Yeah, I'm here this time.
Um, that's not hi. We're looking, and I believe this is map 5. Let me just double check. Map 5.3, the end of point 3. So here, we're just gonna continue on. We just won the fight. We're gonna be sorry, we're gonna be trying to hold this now for their attack. They just got a pick on our Hulk, so we're gonna be down a member. We probably want to play a bit safer now, knowing that there's a Spider-Man behind. But it looks like our Hulk might get rezzed. Doesn't look like it. Um, we gotta be careful. Actually, it does look like it. 1 second. Yeah. So we're even now. They do still have um their beacon up because we've seen their rack, and we know that they played aggressive most of the maps that we versed them in. So there's no real reason for them to slow down the aggression since it worked for them in the past. We have to either get 2 picks really fast, or we can try and dedicate one to finding that rack beacon and pincering them from behind. And that would allow the dude that flanked to get a better position in the backline to distract their supports, so we as tanks and as DPS can move up on their front line. We do still know that Spider-Man's behind because he pulled on our Hulk, so we want to try and stick away from the ledge to be pulled off, and we want to be in safe positions so that when he dives us, we can either back up or be next to our team enough that they can protect us. So,
For this point specifically on this map, with how much CC there is now with Angela and Spider-Man and like Bucky grab, if I play this map and there's any of that, I'll just always play on the right side. I'll just totally avoid the entire half of the map because it's just not worth it. Because then you can just take high ground, and it's honestly just a better position in general for most fights, anyways.
mhm.
So when I see like my tank walking right next to the ledge and then getting pushed off, it's uh, it's just easily avoidable with working around what abilities they have access to.
Mhm. We gotta make sure that we're calling everything out. I remember when we were doing the scrims with each other that a lot of the time the callouts were very clouded, where everybody was speaking over, or it was really just Christian mostly talking, and that's relatively fine. But no one's omnipotent, so we need each other's information to make the correct call in every scenario, but obviously not overloading each other with information. So over here, a good call out is especially to Ato to focus the Spider-Man as he is in the Namor, so he's going to be the main counter to Spider-Man. We are also playing aggressive with the supports, and there's nothing inherently wrong with this position for the moment, but we are going to get pincered, which it looks like the Angel is setting up from, or to
I
do.
want to mention something here that I saw with that. Um, and Inda's got away there from that Spider-Man dive, luckily. But through that whole thing, I don't want to call anyone out, but the Namor never turned around at all to help. So especially when you're playing someone like Namor, specifically trying to counter dive, you really have to listen to your audio cues for your supports behind you, or you have to be constantly turning around and checking. I see that also like if you have just two supports and one person's trying to focus main, so one's playing further back, like people won't turn around to see if their other support's getting dove, and that a lot of the times can just be avoided by listening to audio cues and trying to be more careful, especially when you know they have a dive like a spider.
This is real firepower!
This is a good rotation by Iraq getting high ground here. I did mention multiple times that I don't think Jeff is really a play here, being an alt battery as he is. But besides that, he is a little bit viable again. But as a Jeff, uh, you can also counter dive with your right click, preventing someone from engaging heavy on someone else and displacing them slightly, messing up their aim and such with your damage spit. And obviously your healing does damage and heals them too. But here we're kind of spread out a bit. We did counter ult the Luna ult, which over here I'd say it's a little early since the Luna is coming out, right? Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice that we ulted first. That does change it a little bit, and this ult is now a little bit more viable since it forces out the Luna ult. It
I'd
looks
say it's
like,
a good trade.
yeah, it's a really good trade here. I'm more concerned on the fact that we're kind of targeting the people in the Luna ult instead of targeting someone like Rack, which would force the Luna back and allow us to then engage forward. So in the future, we should be thinking about how we can drag resources away from the team and how to drag them towards unnecessary positions where Luna is in the backline of Vault. That really sets their team up in a terrible position since Luna is supposed to be hyper aggressive when she's in an ult because it's very, very hard to kill her unless everybody's able to focus. And looking at the teams, regardless if everybody focused, they're not going to have enough damage to actually kill Luna within her ult.
Yeah,
So,
so to add on to that, I think with them being an ult, it's not really worth shooting at them at all here
mhm.
because they have people not in it. So like if so with Phoenix as well, you have long range, and Namor as well can probably hit that. To just aim past the Luna ult at the rack over there, or at least break the respawn beacon, just because you can't kill them yet. So it's better to put your resources into trying to get the pick instead of just shooting at them in ult.
And that ties into
Um,
the idea of meaningful damage. When you're
for
hitting
sure.
someone in an ult, that's very unmeaningful damage, since it's just going to get healed. Again, with the targeting, everybody needs to be shooting her, and there's not enough damage on the team for you to actually kill her in any reasonable amount of time or without using an ult. And I will also say here, because Luna is in an ult, that opens a counter ult by Jeff up very beautifully. Everybody's going to be stacking on Jeff, so if you can count the Luna ult before it breaks, right, you want to pop into your ult before it ends, and then right as it finishes, you're going to want to do Jeff's ult on top of Luna, which would definitely eat her, and hopefully eat at least someone else.
Goes for Invis too.
Same with Invis and C&D. The second she's done her third dash, if you can
Honestly, most
actually
support ults.
time her invincibility frame when she gets out of it, you can time it perfectly enough that she can't actually cloak out of it. And that's why a lot of high level C&Ds for a long time would actually fly up before popping ult, because you'll be harder to track in the air and you have more freedom on where to go, and it's harder to hit things like mag ult on you when you're airborne because it requires a direct hit instead of close enough. So over here, we are pretty grouped up after that ult, which is unfortunate for the Spider-Man. But I also wanted to note that we're still kinda in a very weird position overall as a team. I mean, we have Rack off high ground. We have Christian, which is in a relatively good position for his kit, but we're all very grouped up. And I know I haven't talked about ult tracking yet, and hopefully I'll get everything I want to write down into the script before I record that video. But ult tracking is useful because this would help avoid situations like this. Sometimes ult tracking to force an ult or bait someone into using an ult and using, for example, C and D push against a Spider-Man ult after counting his ults, right? You're gonna get more value instead of playing spread across from Spider-Man and hoping he just holds his ult forever. A lot of the time you'll see there is actually a benefit to forcing an ult and forcing it to be bad than not having that person use an ult and having to play in terms of what Spider-Man wants, which is you guys separated.
Amazing Spider-Man!
For here, a lot of ults on our side. I don't think either one really achieved anything, unfortunately. But hopefully,
I would be hesitant to use an ult on a fight after both my supports died, just as a
we have
general
3
rule.
supports. But
Oh,
yeah,
is there 3?
yeah. C and D, Rack,
Oh, I didn't
Jeff.
even realize. Yeah, so you just had Jeff up.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I guess it still stands. Any 4v6 scenario, unless you can get 2 kills to even the playing field with an ult,
Mhm.
you're going to be fighting an uphill battle, especially with
Mhm.
being down supports.
This would be more valid because I know we struggled actually taking point in the first place. This would be valid to kind of force ults out like we did with Rack, and in hopes of like using a bad ult instead. For example, Hela's ult, their team is not able to burn Hela ult very quickly besides Raccoon, right? So that ult is going to be useful for the next fight. But something like, let's say, Jeff ult, we could use as a stall tactic. So we're more fine with using that one to try and bait ults off instead of useful ones like we did with Namor and Phoenix here. But hopefully we can kind of get back maybe with a Strange, maybe help.
I was about to say that I was thinking. I just noticed how far in they were, and this is last point here because
Yeah.
I haven't seen the first half of this game.
Yep.
Um, so because this is pretty close to last fight, I see why you were inclined to use ults, but I think it's more because it's so close to the end and this is their last chance. Once you're down and you know you only have like 1 or 2 fights, maybe it's better to just save your ults, get fully regrouped, strange, and then like touch last second, and then you have all of your ults instead of trying to use the last second in a worse position. It's better to kind of regroup, get a better position, and then all use your ults
Mm-hmm.
because you only have one more team fight.
I also just noticed I had your volume at half in the recording. So hopefully
Um,
they're able to
I guess
turn
we'll
up the
find out.
volume. Yeah. Right. But yeah, that is a good point. It is close to last fight, so saving ults is so very much a viable situation. But I've seen teams lose while saving all their ults and popping them
It goes
out
both
once
ways.
before. So it's very hard. You gotta know when to use your ults, even in a scenario where you're ult dumping.
Yeah, I can see why that wasn't like a crazy waste of ult
Yeah,
there. Like, I see the logic behind
yeah.
it.
Hopefully we do TP and
Yeah,
just
you
kind
definitely need
of
a strange here, I'd say.
TP.
And
Okay,
then
I would like to say I don't think Strange is the be all end all here. Because you still have
it's a
time. But
retouch.
having that Strange, even without a portal, just
Oh, I
push
see.
up, and then he purposely dies early, just to portal onto point with ult, is a huge advantage for the team. Here Hulk should absolutely die though. Hulk should either kill himself by jumping off the map or staying still and letting the enemy team kill. Just because this is now starting to waste your time because they have the point.
And you're right, I misspoke saying Strange was needed there.
So we are able to get out, which is pretty lucky, but we are feeding them a lot of ultras, so we want to kind of focus on the regroup here.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Nice. So hopefully this time it looks like we're going with a Jeff ult. Yeah, that's what it looks like. We might do opening here. I think I talked about this once in a previous video, but I'm going to reiterate it over here. You want to place your bubbles down in strategic places before you ult. That way when you eat someone, you can get the speed boost while you're in your ult. Going over here. They used, oh gosh, Moon Knight's ult. So it looks like we might actually have 1 death, 2 deaths. Okay, so this is another time where it's like 3 deaths. Oh, we got a Spider-Man get the 3rd kill. So this is very much a backup die. So they are, I think they wasted Emma ult, which is nice. So we are very, very high up right now in terms of ults. Because they're nowhere near an ult besides maybe Angela, but that gets countered by even Jeff. So this really now depends if we can wait for our team and regroup before the next push to not waste any more time.
The area's almost
So it's
yours.
like we are gonna go back. We're TPing, which again I've mentioned would be better to have that TP earlier, right? And that's Strange earlier, so we can build ult charge on Strange without going in half ult charge. This is rough too though. We need to make sure that we're calling out TP and everybody, because they have someone that's fast and can cancel portal, we need to make sure that his portal does not get cancelled no matter what, because now it is our saving grace. So we're gonna actually have it get cancelled, which is unfortunate. We do get a pick, but he's back almost instantly. We do get a 1k, which I believe they don't have a res beacon up. So we are straight up 2 for a second, and we're about to be up 1 with the speed of Spider-Man. We really need to be aggressive and try and get a secondary pick on most likely the supports or someone that's weak. Like Jabberwocker here is weak. His only movement is going up here, and that's not necessarily good for him. So here we just want to keep as much pressure onto everything as possible. So here it looks like we're gonna cap win, but we're gonna lose our main guy, our main tank here. You know, make sure, nice protection, I really like that. I was just about to say, we better make sure that he's still alive here. And just gonna be focusing, or get focused in the back line. We gotta be careful of the edge, once again, because we know Spider-Man is coming back pretty soon. And I think he is back? Yeah, he is back, there it is. I was wondering where he was. So we gotta stay away from the edge. Luckily we do have a movement ability to use, but he's just gonna do it again if we don't take care of him, or we don't at least put a squid onto
I
him.
am ready to put on a show.
So that's just crazy ult utilization.
Yeah, they just had.
And they're just gonna
ults.
be able to ult dump. See here, No, we're still down as two support, so we gotta be extra careful as a support here. And we're not really doing a good job at keeping ourselves alive. And it looks like they're gonna get a pin off the map too.
What do you? Where was that
Very
from?
dangerous.
Did they shoot all the
From
way
main.
around?
Ah, she was on point behind them. So right here.
Yeah, it's just back to what we were saying earlier with just trying to keep on the other side of the objective completely there.
And I believe, and this is something to test, Jeff, I believe, cancels pin by doing the damage spit instead of his heal. Because if he spits, that's
Yeah, I don't know.
temp CD, because it knocks flyers out of the sky. So I can only imagine it cancels Angela too. But yeah, this is just unfortunate.
You know, honestly, with Angela now in the game, she probably could have taken them from the whole other side of the map anyways, huh?
Yeah.
How far can she take two?
It's actually not that far. If she was over here, she can only really take you over
Yeah.
here, and then she left clicks you, which pinches you just
Yeah.
over the edge. So it is hard, but that distance gives you time to react.
Yeah, Angela makes this map a lot more annoying, for sure.
Angela Spider-Man Boop is rough.
Yeah, they're
Then-
playing a really annoying comp into you guys on this map.
Yeah.
Seized.
But even so, there are a lot of improvements we could have made
sure.
to ensure.
I would say, especially on a map like that, like I play Invis a lot, and I would for sure be saving pretty much every pool just in case someone were to be grabbed by Angela or Spider.
And
Just
if
as
you
an
are
Invis tip.
good enough as a Invisigirl, I've done this only once, and that's because I've been theory crafting for a bit. But if you actually let Angela get a pin off, and let's say you can't save them, there's no way for you to save them, so you're gonna let her get it off. Then you're gonna press left shift to throw your grounding orb at her, and she will be off the edge, grounded, and it would actually CC her out of her fly long enough for her to fall into the void too. You can also, if she's going for that pin and you have time to save one, you want to push her further into the void, because I'm pretty sure she gets phase frames where she can phase through enemies. If you push her out of her pin, you can do the same thing where you put her left shift over Angela, and that will drop her into the void. I've only been able to do it twice, and I will say it is something you need to be thinking about. It's not something, at least I yet am able to do by reaction.
You have to show me this theory crafting. I've never seen you do this.
I don't think you were in the game. I think it was just me and them playing comp, and I did it. But
I'm not need proof of this.
I'll be glad to show you. Are you in right now?
Okay. Oh, just stream, yeah.
No, hop in the game.
No, I'm not in the game.
Hop in the game. I'll show you.
Okay,
We're gonna take a slight pause to set this up. Hello, we're back. We have set it up. To note, this ledge is very low. We're gonna go over to this one. I think this one's a bit higher compared to that one.
Clear the way.
Come over here. Okay, so as Invisigirl, you can do like this, and Angela stops her fly from going under. So if you time it correctly, you can push and then drop her down. And
Okay,
as
I
you
do
can
see the vision.
The ledge
So-
is low.
Yeah, the kill zone on this
Is super
practice
low.
range map is really low.
It's clear,
You
I'm
usually
still
can't go
needed
that
here.
far off the map.
Yeah.
But it is a little edge case. I can see it happening though, yeah.
You really gotta place
pretty
it
cool.
basically at eye level.
They look like they vortex
And one
field.
thing I
Yeah, you
do
gotta
want to
get to like the
test,
bottom of the sphere as low as you can.
yeah,
Really.
this is how I killed it, is when the sphere was there below the ledge, or just below the ledge.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably below most kill zones.
Yeah. It's actually this map
drops me
has
to-
the lowest kill zone.
Oh, I mean for sure, but
Yeah.
on the usual height.
I do want to, if you can dash into it.
Yeah.
We also gotta test if it drops ping. Just dash into it. So no,
No.
you're gonna wanna drag and then pop it like that. and be
Yeah,
able
so
to
let's test that real quick here.
kill. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. What are we testing?
You were gonna cancel my.
Oh, we already
You're gonna
showed
cancel my dash. No, because you're gonna combo.
like this. Okay,
It
when you're
doesn't
one,
matter.
hold on.
You
Let me
needed
kill
a
It
you.
doesn't. What?
It doesn't cancel the dash, the pin.
They look like they mean
Well, pull
business.
does.
Yeah,
pull
pull
does.
does. So when someone's
So
going, you're
pull-
gonna do this. You know, drag them into
So that
it.
takes
push
you
it
out
through.
of the dash into the normal fly,
Yeah.
and then you can cancel the
Yeah.
normal fly.
So ball and then ball.
So you do
like
have to
that,
pull first if they're flying.
Psionic
If they're
burst.
like dash flying.
and something like that, and that will bring
Yeah.
you under.
Disappear.
But yeah, that's the tech against Angela.
Psionic burst.
Invisible is just a really good counter in general.
Yeah,
That being able to pull and disrupt the movement while also canceling it is
one thing that I do
Good.
as Invisigirl while I'm playing is when Angela, actually this is perfect, when Angela has her shield, that doesn't actually cancel
Your turn to disappear.
her flight unless she's staring at the center, and even then it pierces through, so it's only doesn't cancel her flight for one tick, and then
Now
it
I
goes
see them.
into damaging her. So
Feel the pull.
if she goes into that, she cannot fly. It is. Oh, you kind of did it.
well,
with
I don't
your
know if
shield.
that's true. Yeah, do it again.
It may have been. Oh shit! I placed two. So this
Oh,
one.
I think
does
that's
it. It's like weird
I
because
think
I'm pretty sure you can jump to start
no,
the
I think
fly.
the shield blocks it. It's if I go past the center of the
Okay, then let's try one more time.
think.
Don't
Test
go
it again,
past the
yeah.
center.
Yeah, it's whenever because the shield line protects from the front, so you have to be looking at the center point.
We'll try and fly
actually
up
blocking.
while looking at the center point. Because most Angelas weave first in. Ah, interesting. Most Angelas.
So
I
if they're looking
first in-
straight,
Go ahead.
Like if they're not looking down at it and they're looking ahead, then it'll probably go under the shield.
Mm-hmm,
So you have to actually look down at it.
Yeah, that is something still to know. I played a lot of GM games,
Force burst.
and I place
Now I see them.
my thing here, and Angels will, while backing up, not look at the center. They'll look at whoever's damaging. So you can kind of manipulate the vision of Angela and the player to then get hit by that love shift ability, whatever it's called, psionic vortex. That is still to keep in mind. Alright, that concludes this video.
That was a total. Disappear.
Thank you everyone, and have a good one, boys. Good luck, and goodbye.